What's up guys, Hangy here from Spyro, and I have another week of recent pickups. Recently in Australia we had one of the big stores called Big W, which is essentially like a Walmart, had a clearance and they got rid of a lot of their older games. There a lot of people got some really good bargains, but I didn't get too many things from there. I did manage to, however, find one of these. This is the Skylanders Spyro's Adventure Starter Pack for Xbox 360, and this set me back only $5. It contains the 3 starter characters, a copy of the portal, as well as a copy of the game, and it's complete. The only thing really wrong with it was, if you have a look on the corner there, you can see there's some damage, and I've already got a copy of this. This is just something which I picked up because I thought it was a good deal. A friend of mine might really like it, so I thought I'd pick it up for them. I've been a big fan of the Skylanders franchise for quite a while now, and don't let the fact that it's designed for kids deter you from giving it a go. It's a really well put together game, and there's a reason why it's the top selling franchise and best selling toy line for the last, I think, going 3 years now in a row. So, you know, to overtake some of the major franchises like Spider-Man and Ninja Turtles is no easy feat. So for Skylanders to pull it off is a testament to how well the franchise is. And we've already 3 titles under their belt. The games have gradually gotten better, and I know there's a little bit of a, you know, debate over the fact that you got new portals and whatnot, and this portal here is probably a bit obsolete compared to what was used for Swap Force, but it's still a nice entry point into the Skylanders franchise. So if you haven't had a chance to play it, don't be put off by the fact it's designed for kids, because you might actually find yourself really enjoying it, because I certainly did, and I was not expecting it. So that's the first of my purchases, a really good purchase as well. Next up, I also managed to get a hold of Skylanders Giants. Now, I didn't know this was on clearance. I saw the table with the Skylanders Spyro's Adventure starter pack on it. I also saw this one sitting on it, so I scanned them both, and this one also came up as $5. Now, this one doesn't come with a portal. What you do get, though, is a copy of the game for the 3DS, as well as one of the giant characters called T-Rex. The good news is the T-Rex figure works with this portal in Skylanders Giants as well, and if you've already got a copy of the 3DS Skylanders Spyro's Adventure with the portal, you don't really need to buy a second portal, which is the reason why they've designed it this way. And since I guess this was the last copy, I've managed to grab this for $5 as well, and yeah, for $5 you get a copy of the game plus a figure. That's a pretty good deal. I mean, usually even this figure you can't even buy that separately these days, so it's a nice little pickup. Okay, so one of my recent unboxings, I've actually unboxed this. This is the Club Nintendo Gold Wii Wheel, which was exclusive to Japan. Pretty much your standard Wii Wheel. The only real difference is that it's gold, and it's got silver decal on it. Now, if you'd like a closer look at the unboxing, there'll be a link in this video as well as down in the description below. So just have a click on that and you can go and have a closer look to see what's inside. Really nice collectible that's shot up in value over the last few years. So if you are looking to pick up one of these, I wouldn't put it off for too much longer, as they are starting to rise and creep up in price. So yeah, a really nice Club Nintendo collectible, and Japan do definitely get some of the better stuff than compared to some of the things we get in Australia. I know a lot of Australians will agree with me that the Club Nintendo store is a little bit lacking, but hopefully we'll get some more interesting things in the future. Okay, so moving on to the Wii, I managed to get a hold of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Now, given it's a Wii title, it is really hard to find this still at a good price. A lot of the big retail stores are still selling this game for $60, $70 still, and to find it for anything less is going to be a little bit hard. I actually managed to get a hold of this for, I believe it was like $14, which is a huge bargain, and it's complete. Like, it comes with the manual, you even got the Club Nintendo code and the game disc in there, so it's definitely one of the better buys. And funnily enough, this is not brand new, it is secondhand, and I did manage to find the original receipt where I believe the original owner paid something like $109 for it. I love the Donkey Kong Country series, and I will be looking to pick this one up for the 3DS as well if I maybe down the line. Great series, and it's really nice to see Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong return back with a game that's really enjoyable and lots of fun to play, particularly for families and younger kids as well. A little bit challenging, but yeah, give it a go if you haven't got it already or looking to add something to your Wii collection. Okay, continue on with Wii, I also picked up a copy of Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. I've been a Dragon Ball Z fan for a long time, back into my childhood, so it's always nice to find a good Dragon Ball Z game. This one is the UK version. You can see there it's got the 12 plus Piggy logo, which actually gets a nicer cover than what the Australian version had. Budokai Tenkaichi 2 for Wii, for the Australian version, actually just has a picture of Trunks on the front, which I'll just pop an image on the screen for you to have a look at. So I'm not too sure why we got kind of a inferior cover art, but I find this cover art a lot better. Particularly you got all the main characters on there. The back's pretty okay, nothing too flash there, but it is complete, comes with a manual which also has the nice little cover art from the front, and the game is in really good shape, so a really good pickup. This was like, I believe it was something like $12, so really good purchase. And you know, during these mid-year sales you're going to find some really good stuff, and this is one of those really good purchases if you can find it. It's not something which a lot of people will search for, particularly on the Wii, so do take a chance and go digging through the bargain bins. You never know what you're going to find in there. Okay, moving on to the PS3, I managed to get a hold of Atelier Totori, the Adventure of Ireland. This is the second title in the Atelier Ireland series. The first one was Atelier Rorona. You know, with so many titles in this series, you kind of sometimes forget which one goes where. This is the second title, and I actually forgot I didn't even have this game, but thankfully JB was clearing out a whole bunch of these, and they're relatively cheap right now. It's only going to set you back $15 if you are looking to add an Atelier title for a relatively good price to your collection. This is brand new, and it's also complete, so it's maybe like 1 or 2 years old now. I think this dates back to 2011, so actually 3 years old, but it's a good JRPG. If you're into JRPGs, this is something worth exploring. It's one of the better JRPGs that are out there as well, and there are definitely a surplus of this out there. I mean, even like the store I went to had about 6 copies of this, so do have a look if you're looking to complete your Atelier series. It's a game worth checking out, that's for sure. Okay, moving on, I've also managed to get a hold of Atelier Meruru. I think that's how you pronounce it, and that's the Apprentice of Ireland. This is the third and final title in the Atelier Ireland series, and this one was all again relatively cheap. I think it was something like $20, or a part of the 2 for $40 deal that JB usually do. So, you know, take a look in that section, you know, that little bargain section. You might find this for a relatively good price. A lot of the NIS America games, they do tend to get a lot of stock, and not so many people do buy them, so this one's complete, brand new, comes with the manual, and it's a pretty game. You know, it's a game which I'm sure a lot of female fans would enjoy. I mean, even the male fans would probably love this game too. It's very, very JRPG-ish, and it does art design and characters. Very enjoyable, and I'm sure you'll get really involved with all the characters, especially since it's kind of interconnected in a way, but I won't spoil it for you, so give the game a look, and if you're into JRPGs, definitely check this one out as well. Okay, so continuing on with the Atelier series, Atelier Rorona Plus, the Alchemist of Ireland. Now this may seem a little bit odd, but this was originally the first title in the Ireland series, and they've gone and done a remake of it, making them into the Plus series. This one's a really good remake. It's actually been completely redone. All the character models have been redone, a lot of the menu systems have been redone, and even the gameplay has been redone. So it's a really good effort by Gus to go and not just make them churn out a lazy remake, they've actually gone to good lengths to make it a decent remake. And this one is based on the original Rorona. So it has all your favourite characters in there, and if you're looking to revisit Atelier Rorona, or maybe you haven't even played the game and you'd like to get involved, this is a really good entry point to start the Ireland series. And as I said, this would be the first in the series, followed by Totori and Meruru. So if you want to play them all, this is a good chance now, since it just came out. I think it only came out last month, so it's a really good buy. Okay, I know this month has been really PS3 orientated, but I also got a hold of Sleeping Dogs ANZ edition. Now, I've played this game and I've finished it and I've loved this game. I got it via PS Plus and I was hooked. Just couldn't put it down. So I definitely had to get a physical copy of this. The ANZ edition has a different cover art you can see on the front there. And you also got a few additional bits of DLC content. You don't really need the DLC content to enjoy this game. I mean, I played it without any DLC content and it was fantastic still. This one's complete with the manual and all this little DLC pamphlet as well. But the main thing which separates this from other regions is the cover art, which is unique and specific to the Australian and New Zealand region. So I'm really happy to have a physical copy of this so I can just go back and, you know, just explore the game again. It's one of the better open world type games and it was a real surprise when it came out. I don't think anyone expected it to be as good as it was. So yeah, if you like open world games, you know, in the same line as GTA or Red Dead, or just want to try something a little bit different to the norm, this is definitely worth taking a look at. Okay, so my very last pickup is Resident Evil Deadly Silence for the Nintendo DS. This is a really old title and it's gotten quite rare these days as well. This one is complete, comes with the cover art, the box, and you've got a copy of the disc in there as well, which you can see there's just the EUR European version, but the manual and the cover art is actually Australian. So maybe some of you don't even recognise this because it kind of came early on in the DS life cycle and they didn't do a really big print run of it. It kind of came and went really quickly. Deadly Silence is essentially a remake of the original Resident Evil, specifically for the Nintendo DS. So it also includes multiplayer, which I'm not 100% sure if that's even functioning anymore, given they've discontinued a lot of the online components recently. And this is an old title, it's quite old these days, but it's a good one. I mean, if you can find it, it might be a good time to pick it up, because I have noticed that the price is starting to creep up a little bit, and that's never a really good thing, particularly if you're after a certain game. And while it's cheap, definitely go get a hold of this one for the DS. It's definitely worth checking out. Okay, just a quick recap of all the recent purchases. I picked up the copy of Skylanders Spyro's Adventure Starter Pack for the Xbox 360. Picked up a copy of Skylanders Giants Portal Owners Pack for the Nintendo 3DS. Club Nintendo Gold Wii Wheel, very cool, very limited, definitely worth picking up if you haven't got one yet. Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Nintendo Wii. Dragon Ball Z Budai Kai Tenkaichi 2 for the Wii. Atelier Totori, The Adventurer of Ireland for the PS3. Atelier Meruru, The Apprentice of Ireland for the PS3. Atelier Rorona Plus, The Alchemist of Ireland for the PS3. Sleeping Dogs ANZ Edition for the PS3. And lastly, Resident Evil Deadly Silence for the Nintendo DS. Let me know which title you'd like to add to your collection or what you already own. Maybe even like to share how much you paid for these games. Thanks as always for watching, and do check out my other videos for more unboxings, recent pickups, and video game related videos. Don't forget to leave a like and thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and subscribe to keep up to date for all our latest videos. Until next time, take care and I will catch you later. Bye!